understand the needs of the customer, the actual needs of the customer. And when do you understand the actual need of the customer? It's only when you communicate properly. And that is one of the reasons that communication forms an integral part of the framework in customer service. So you cannot isolate customer service from communication. You can't say that we don't need it. Yes, we of course need it. Not completely, but yes, we do need it. Now, we'll just go through a little bit of the basics of what is customer service, and then we'll gradually move on. What is it all about the customer service? So what do you think is the customer service? What is it all about customer service? What do you do as a part of the customer service? Your daily customer service framework. You try to satisfy the customer from every aspect. That's what you do. So this is nothing but, customer service is nothing but, it is a kind of the support that we extend to the customer in terms of any product or service that he takes from us. So any kind of the product or service purchased by the customer, we go ahead and support the customer with the best possible service, that is the customer service. And it can be before the purchase, during the purchase, and after the purchase. The same scenario applies even in the hospitality segment, just like us and yours. So hospitality, you have customers walking in every day, in and out, and you trying to satisfy the customers before the purchase, during the purchase, and after the purchase. Why the importance of the customer service? Because that's what we say. 89% of the companies, or all the companies globally around the world, focus customer service as the most important priority in this segment. So if you satisfy the customers, the more number of satisfied customers is the way to make your business succeed. We consider the 5 core components of the customer service. So that is the body language, the gestures that we use on a daily basis. So when you're communicating with the customer, we need to have a kind of a positive body language. The gestures matter a lot. And then the voice tone. What kind of a voice tone do we have when you're communicating with someone, especially the customer who's giving us business? So what kind of a voice tone do we convey? Is it a negative voice tone? Is it a positive voice tone? Is your voice tone good enough to make the customer come to avail your service once again? Or is it not? Are we lagging at some point of time? Subjective skills, of course, are a critical component of the customer service domain. So even though you have good communication skills, you do need to have subjective skills. The subjective skills, along with the communication skill, form a kind of collaboration which makes you a complete corporate material. You can give 100% satisfaction to the customer. Then, the most important and the vital priority is patience. If we do not have patience, we can't expect to get something out of it. So if you are not able to understand someone, probably a customer, try to gather some patience, reform something, questions, and then you can probably extract the needs of the customer. Feedback acceptance. Majority of the people do not accept a negative feedback. But feedback acceptance is the crucial component in every domain, even for the individual betterment or for the betterment of the company or the organization. So, if we accept the feedback positively, that would lead us to a great deal of success. So, feedback acceptance and all the 4 things form a crucial component of the customer service domain. Now, the essential skill considered to win the customer's trust is what we treat as the communication skill. So, do you feel the communication skill is a vital component or not? Please raise your hands. If yes, please do raise your hands. If no, don't raise it. And indifferent, don't raise it. So you feel that communication is a vital component of customer service? Yes, it is. Now, why is it? Because you need to understand the need of the day. And are we catering to the customer the best possible extent? It can be only clarified if you have a good communicative ability. So an effective communication model tells us when I'm speaking with you people, you are listening to me. So my message has to reach out to you. And when I'm speaking, I need to use some kind of body language or gestures to make me a kind of a component apart from a robot that you'll be interested to look at. Imagine me standing here speaking to you all day like this. Would you be looking at me? No. So, then when you're receiving the message, the vital and core component is for you to ask a question. Don't you say that? Don't you say yes to it?
Yes.
You need to ask questions, right?
Yes.
Okay, I have a small activity at this point of time. I need every one of you to trust me for a few minutes. Take a white sheet of paper in front of you. Everyone should have a piece of paper in front of them. Take out a white sheet of paper. Please trust me for a few minutes. Please, a sheet of paper in front of you. And it should be a white paper, you're not going to use it, so it's going to be torn. Right? So make sure it's rather important. Okay, so everyone has a sheet of paper in front of them. Now, okay, I want someone to even lend me a sheet of paper if they can. Alright, a small activity. Now, I want every one of you to close your eyes and follow the instructions that I give you. Okay? Do exactly what I tell you to do. Trust me for a few minutes. Close your eyes. Fold your paper into exact half. No one opens the eyes. Just fold your paper into exact half. Close your eyes. Fold it into the remaining half. Fold it oblique from one end. No! Close your eyes. No one sees that. Now turn it from the oblique end. Okay. Now I want every one of you to open your eyes and look at the shape of my paper. And show yours. Okay, I get it. Now, can anyone tell me what happened out there and why doesn't your sheet of paper resemble mine? Why doesn't your sheet of paper resemble mine? Why? Any answers are welcome. Why doesn't your sheet of paper, a bit of paper, resemble my beautiful shape? I call it beautiful. You can call yours beautiful. So, why doesn't it resemble? Any idea? What was missing?
Eye contact.
Vision contact, but yes, I would take it, but not 100% because there's something else which is missing out there. What is it? What was that? What communication is a bigger umbrella. So can you just refine and bring it to something which is more refined? What is missing in communication?
Face-to-face communication.
Alright, so you want to see my face, but I don't know why, but still. No, that is not the premium thing which is missing out there. The most important thing was no one asked me a question. When you did not understand my instructions, the basic part was just stop right there. Why do you want to trust me? You had to stop right there and ask me, okay, you told me to close my eyes, fold the paper. How do I know from which angle are you folding it? I need to see you. Did anyone say that? No. This is what happens in our everyday customer service domain also. At times we fail to understand our customer because we don't try to get into the heart and what are they trying to say. Where is the needs analysis? How did you extract the need of the customer? What is he expecting? You can understand the need of the customer only when you pose specific and related questions. And this is one of the reasons questioning or probing forms a vital component of customer service domain. This is very important. You need to understand what are the expectations, what is the reality, can you deliver it or not? That is one of the biggest reasons we have to work on questioning and clarifying ourselves. Active listening is one of the foremost factors in communication, because many of us might be hearing something. You can hear everything, you can hear all the noises around you, but is that active listening? No. What is active listening? When you specifically are focusing on something that is being said. So, all the blah 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 that I'm shouting out here on the dash right in front of you, you're ignoring everything and picking out the vital component that you feel is important for you, aren't you? Every one of you is filtering right now at this moment what is important for you in my speech. You're not listening to everything. True? Yes or no? Please raise your hand. Yes. Everyone is listening to what they are concerned with, what is they are going to make use out of my speech here, only that part, and ignoring majority of the factors. Now that is not active listening. When someone tells you something, you focus on every bit of that message. That is active listening. And this active listening is very crucial in the customer service domain, be it in any industry. Because if you do not listen, you have not paid close attention to the vital or the smallest detail which the customer had asked you for. So that is not good communication. And we have paraphrasing, repeat, quote, clarify, and remember as a few tips for good listening. What is paraphrasing? Someone tells you something, you don't understand. You try to convert it into your known thing. Paraphrasing. If I tell you, how many of you love idiot boxes at your home? How many of you understood this statement? Please raise your hands. I find 2-3 hands being raised in the air. Majority are down. So, idiot boxes at home. Now this, if someone doesn't understand, it's quite tough. I'm using something which might be a jargon. So these kind of stuff block good communication. So when I don't understand, actually idiot box refers to television, TV. So I make out television is an idiot box. Someone has told me, I want to reconfirm it. I would say, do you mean the set that lies at the home? We watch television every day. Do you mean that sort of thing? Is paraphrasing. You don't know stuff, you compare it with something which you know and you think the other person might know. Just reconfirm, paraphrasing. Repeat the message. So if anyone gives you information, you repeat the message. To confirm that that is what they actually mean. That is what the speaker actually means. Just repeat the message. Probe. Any missing information you feel that some information is missing in the speaker's whatever he has said. Just ask for the missing information. Try to probe deeper. Clarify any point which you feel you didn't understand completely. Probably an order, kind of an extra addition in any food requested by a customer, or an in-house customer in a hotel, some kind of a request which he raises, you didn't understand, you go and clarify it ahead that, sir, do you want this or that? Remember the important points for future application. So whatever you are learning today is going to be used by you for tomorrow. So today's learning is for tomorrow's use. Now this is a listening ability check. This is for every one of you. Now, you have to just focus on one thing, that what kind of listener you are. Are you an effective listener? Are you an ineffective listener? A good listener? Or a kind of a good, not in between? So just judge yourself. The point says, when listening to another person, when you're listening to someone else, do you first get distracted? Listen only to facts. Interrupt. Someone speaking, you go and interrupt. Assure the other person already knows. Okay. So what I want to say, he already knows that. I assure it. Okay, I know it. I don't listen to you. Prejudge. This guy is telling me something. I don't think this is like good. This might be wrong information. Prejudge. I'm using Telugu at this point of time. అవతలాడు ఏదో చెప్తున్నాడు. సో ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కరెక్టా కాదా నేను జడ్జ్మెంట్ చేసేసుకుంటా ముందు. Tune out. Don't listen. Complete information, I'm not going to listen. Ignore non-verbal cues. What's a non-verbal cue? What's a non-verbal cue? Any kind of a gesture or a body language, a swaying of the hand, probably the eye gaze is a non-verbal cue. So you can give yourself 1 point each. So if you always get distracted to speak to someone, you can give yourself 1 point. Usually 2 points. Often 3 points. Rarely 4 points. Never 5 points. Will anyone try this on a sheet of paper? Just points to know your listening ability. You will get a small score at the end of it. You can just randomly go for some score. Just check. Anything applies to you? You can just have a check. So if anyone is trying, you can do that. Else I'll go back to the next slide. This is what comes out. So if someone has a score of 35 points, an effective listener. So ultimately, this goal is to become an efficient listener and check your listening ability. 3 levels of communication tells us vocabulary, voice inflection, non-verbal cues. So vocabulary, you should have a good vocabulary. Whatever you speak should have a good vocabulary. The speech quality should be good. The voice throw should be good. Non-verbal cues, you should always try to search for the non-verbal cues. So these are vital factors in communication.